Hello, welcome back to Cami Designs, and today we're going to be working on the gusset and the foot part of the sock we've been working on in the video series. Now, at last we finished the heel turn, which is right here, and it isn't a two-part video series just because for some reason my phone stopped it in the middle of the video. So we finished this part of the heel turn, and now we're going to be working the gusset, which works along these stitches here, and then back across the foot, across these stitches, and then back here. Now, when we needed one row here, so we'll start this row of stitches. We'll have to pick up stitches and knit along this side here. Now, I will show you what a gusset looks like. So a gusset is this part right here of the foot. It's this little triangle here. So right now we did this part in the heel turn. So now we're going to be working along these stitches here and working in the round now. It looks a lot more complicated than what it is. So we're going to be using a knit two together, which I will have a video posted just showing that stitch. I've already posted a slip two stitches knitwise then together, so a SSK, slip knit is what I call it. And then we're going to be working the first part of the gusset, which is I want to pick up and knit 17 stitches, which is on this, along this edge here, and then I'm going to work across the top of the foot. I'm going to place in a marker here, work across the foot, place another marker here, then pick up 17 stitches, then I'm going to work 10 stitches, so I'm right in the middle of the heel, which will be right in the middle of the bottom of the foot. So let's show you that part, and then we'll go on to show you the rest. Now, picking up stitches and knitting along the way can be a little difficult, but I know I need to pick up 17 stitches. So I go ahead and count to see how well it's going to see to pick up stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 I know is right where my loop is here, my string here. And once again, this string is just for my own peace of mind, so if I had to rip it out, I could rip down to that without having to take the whole sock apart, which I've had to do before. So I know I can just pick up one in every one of these. And I want to pick them up and knit. And then I'm going to place a marker, so since I'm going to have a few markers, I'm going to have a marker here, a stitch marker here at this edge, a stitch marker here at this edge, and I'm going to have a stitch marker here, which is going to be considered the beginning of my row. So I want these two to be the same color, and then this one to be a little different, just so I know that that's the beginning of my round. So I'll just pick a couple colors here. We'll do two dark blue, and then we'll do a red. Okay, so I have my stitch markers, and I'm ready to get started. Okay. Now to pick up stitches, I just want to go into one of these V's here. And you can either, let's my hook here. Okay. See how I want to do this. Okay, so I'm going to go in like this. So I pretend that it's already on my needle. And I want to go in, knit one. There we go. And since I don't want to have a bunch on here, I'm actually going to slide that one onto a new needle. And we'll work these onto new needles. Let me make that a little bigger so I can slip it off this and onto a new needle. Okay. And then I'm going to just go into my next one and then take my needle here, just like I would knit. There we go. I'm going to go into my next stitch oops, I need to bring this needle into there, just like I'm going to knit. There we go. And my next one here, bring my needle into that loop and knit a stitch on. And then to the next one, I want to make sure I'm staying in that one part of the V. Another stitch. Just like that. Okay, so this is my next one. Just like this. Okay. Looks like I have another blue one here. It does help with this variegated color. I can see it a little better. But once you get going, even on the other, on just a regular plain color, it's not hard. You can see once I've gotten a few stitches on here, it is going a little faster. Those first couple stitches can be a little difficult because you are dealing with another needle in your way. There we go. I want to pick up this part of the V here. And you'll see I am holding my yarn a little tighter just because I don't want them to slip off because these are new stitches. Okay, I think this is the last one, but I will count to double check, make sure I didn't pick up an extra one. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nope, I need one more. There we go. Into that stitch. And there we go. Now I want to place a marker. So I'm going to slide a marker onto here, but I'm going to have to put a end on it like this so it holds my marker in place. And I have a bag of them I just got on Amazon for I think under $5, and it'll slide that on there and that'll hold my stitches. Now with this, since I do have them going on from this side and I need to start from here, I'm going to have to slide all these stitches onto needles before I can knit the next part. So I'm just going to go and slip them purlwise onto my knitting needle. Because I don't want to twist my stitches, so I'm going to keep them purlwise. I just want to slide this a little bit, but I don't want to drop any stitches. So you got to be careful. And some people do keep these on the double pointed needles. But I don't want to have needles in my way when I'm trying to do this, the back flap and the heel turn. So that's why I put it on one of these. These stitches are a little tight on here, but they're coming off. And I just slowly work them off. It does seem a little time consuming, but it's better than dropping stitches and have to starting over. Okay. And I'll call that good for now. I'll put these other ones on this. I didn't count them. I don't want them to slide off, so. Now, I'm working with a 5 double-pointed needles set. But if you're working with a 4, you're only going to have 3 needles to have your live stitches on. So, once again, I'm not twisting these stitches, I'm just taking them off purlwise so they're not turned. And we're getting there. Okay, and the last 2 stitches, pull those out. There we go. Now I will, when I work these stitches, I will probably put them all in one needle, just so I can have a needle to put these ones on. So now I'm going to just knit across the top of the foot, which is this part right here, is the top of the foot. So your foot goes like that. And if you were working a pattern, then that's where you would continue your pattern work. So if you were doing cables or a lace pattern, that's where it would come back up as the top of the foot. But I'm just doing knit, so I'm just going to knit across these here. So it's not too bad. And then we'll place a marker and then work the next gusset. Okay, here. Get some more yarn here. Okay, now I want to work these ones onto the same needle here. Just until I start decreasing a little bit, I'll just keep these all on one needle. Okay. Almost done with the top of the foot here. Okay, and there is the top of my foot. Now that is a lot of stitches on there, and I'm a little worried that I might push them off when I'm working the other ones. So I'll just grab 2 more ends to put on there. If you don't have these, rubber bands work just fine. And I don't know what else, but I use these, or like I said, rubber bands. String would probably come off. You could probably use maybe some kind of putty or something like that, maybe. But these aren't that expensive to get a bag of like 100 of them. And you can get them in different designs. It's just all your preference. Okay. Now I'm going to pick up my gusset on this side. And because of how I did this pattern, it might be a little more difficult to see where I want to pick up. So I don't want to pick up this row here, this triangle. I want to pick up these little bumps. And I want to pick up 17 of them. And this kind of wants to curl in, so I'm going to have to uncurl it as I go. And I'm just going to count as I go because this one is a little more difficult. But I'm just going to start in this one here that I have my saver yarn in. And I'm just going to do like I did the other side and knit them as I pick up ones. Let's just pick up this one here. It's a little tight. I'll pick up this blue one. Okay. So that's 4. Five. Let's see here. I'll pick up this one right here. 6. 7. And I might have to take it out if I can't get my 17 evenly across. But we're going to try this and see. And because my stitches are held on this, they won't come off if I need to tear these ones out. Okay, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oops, I actually want to go into a stitch there. This will be 10. Oops. Oops, I didn't go in the whole stitch there. There we go. I'm being quiet in this video. I usually talk while I'm doing this, but this one usually takes my concentration. So, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14. So we'll do 15, 16, 17. And let's just make sure we need one more. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and let's do 17 right here. Okay. So now we have those 17 stitches, the gusset stitches. So now we want to knit 10 stitches across here. And then we're going to, oops, we forgot to place the other blue marker, which will go here, just like this, because this is where we're going to be decreasing on these ends here. So now we're going to work 10 stitches across here. Okay, here. And I'm just going to knit them because most bottom of the sock is knit. you usually don't want cables and that kind of stuff at the bottom of your foot. It will not be fun to walk on. Oh no, I just dropped those stitches. Okay, let's see. I should have 20 here. Nope, I have one more stitch there it is. It's loose. I'm going to put my yarn down so I don't pull it. There it is. Okay. Let's slide that back on there. See? And everybody makes mistakes and drops stitches. I think it just comes with part of knitting. Okay, so I'm going to try to go from this side and knit. Okay. So this is one. Oops, and I have a... And that still does not look good, so we're going to do that again. And I want to make sure this stitch is facing the right way to knit. Because I might have had it turned. Okay, so now let's try this for the third time. Knit. Knit. There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 and 10. Okay, and there is where I will put this other stitch marker. That's showing me the beginning of the round. Now, I'm not going to pick up another needle. All my needles are in use, so these ones will just go onto this one here. And the next row you do, next round is all, is all knit. So I don't want that stitch to fall off. So I'm just going to go ahead and maybe even just knit a couple stitches just so that doesn't fall off. Or I can go ahead and knit all of them. And I will know where I'm at by where my yarn is. Got 2 stitches left here. One more stitch here. Okay, and there I've started to do part of round 1. But this video is getting a lot longer than I planned, so I'm going to stop it here, and then the next video we will do rounds 1 and 2, and I'll show you how to decrease the gusset. So this video just showed you how to pick up the gusset and how to set up your stitch markers. Okay, so once again, beginning of the round, go this way, beginning of the round, and then these stitch markers here are going to be where I start decreasing it. And it's going to slowly make its way down so that I'm just working the end of the foot. And I hope you liked this video and it was helpful and informative. And if you like this video, I ask that you please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I will be happy to answer any questions or any comments. And if you like this video, once again, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when more videos come out, please hit the little bell, and then they will tell you when my new videos appear. I try to post a video every week on knitting and then one on left-handed crochet. So if you're left-handed and would like to know about that, please check those out. And I will put a link in my description for my Ravelry store. You can check that out. You can see some of the patterns I've created. And that's it. So have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.